Hey, how we all doing? How we all doing? Dear, oh dear, what a rush, what a rush. I'm here at last. Oh, yeah, literally about 20 minutes ago got in the door from shopping. It's a nightmare. I misjudged the timing a little bit. Anyway, a little bit earlier start today because I got darts tonight. Just turn all the lovely Christmas music down a bit. I forgot to turn Santa on. So let's catch up who we got in. We got Michael Hyde. Hi Michael. Keith's in. Just a quick good day you're working. Okay. Rob Cross. Hi Rob. Theo's in. Hi Theo. Matamble. Good morning, afternoon, evening to you. Nick. Afternoon. So we've got here CH3825. Thanks for joining us, mate. If you've been a lurker, welcome to the madness. Evening, Harvey. ZX. Bratsky. Evening, Brett. Just for an hour. Yeah, it's not going to be a late one today because I say I've got to be off at the latest for 6:30. So if I'm getting near 6:30 and I'm still waffling, you need to kick my backside and get me sorted and out the door. Andy Beck, hi Andy. Thanks very much, Rob. Oh yeah, it's been a hell of a rush today. Evening, Doug. Evening, Doug. Dog's looking rough. Yeah, he is. Well, that's which one? Which one? Rich A. Evening, Rich. Dave Malek. How you, Dave? Phil Taylor. John Osborne. Evening, John. I've got some dimensions for you in a minute, John, being you're in. I've written them down over here for the PP1. So I'll let you have those in a minute. If you remind me. I think I said hello, Phil, didn't I? Pat Jones. Hi, Pat. Aston's in. Hi, Aston. How's it going down there in sunny Plymouth? Pointed end towards the dartboard. Well, could be one of those games tonight. Could go either way. You never know. But we always try. We always try. So yeah, bit out of my comfort zone today. You know what it's like. Me and them Volve things. Yeah, me and them blimmin' Volve things. We don't always know what the hell's going on, but let me just get the special Arctic Birds camera right, because he'll be a bit upset with me else. I managed to kick it over in my rush to get in here just now. Jay, how are you? So we've got our lovely scene going on behind me. I've got Derek's tree re-batteried up as well that he let me have. Just to be extra noisy today. I don't know what the cameras are doing or anything here at the moment. I'm all over the shop. Literally just got in from doing the shopping, so. Luckily, I did set the stream and that going earlier. So there we are. How about that? That's the LED tree that Derek sorted me out. I think it was a couple of years ago, Derek, wasn't it? Or 3 years? I don't know. Where does time go? It's quite noisy, that one, isn't it? It needs a volume control, I think. We need to put a volume control on that. Phil Tube. Hi, Phil, how are you? I must catch up on your video on your drone, Phil, actually. I'm sure I've seen something pop up today about a drone. I do fancy one of those myself, but you know, nice music. Tree. Lots of dogs stuck to lampposts. This is a radio. A proper radio. No, it's not. It's only a plastic thing, but it's good fun, isn't it? Time goes faster the older you get. It should be slowing down, shouldn't it? Not getting faster. Anyway, so out of the comfort zone today, into the land of Volves. Scary, scary. Anthony, how you doing? Hi, Benji. Did I say hello to you, Benji? I think I did. Oh, yeah. Just something. You always eat chicken, Benji. You'll be growing feathers soon. No worries, John. Let us know what you're after, and I'll stick the dimensions that I've written down up on the screen. In fact, I can probably do that now while I think of it, because I will forget for sure. Guaranteed I will forget. So if you wonder what the hell all the music is, it's Christmas. It's Christmas, isn't it? It's a Christmas live stream extravaganza. Right, let's see if I can get this in shot. Save me reading it out to you, John. Yeah, not sure you're going to see that. I've not put that very well into the camera, have I? Yeah, it's a bit bright. I can probably see it better if I shade it there. Here we go. So that's the measurements I got for the PP1, John. I don't know if you can see that, but 65 by 58, 53 high, and 3 mil from the top to the top of the connections. You weren't expecting me till 5? No, half an hour earlier today, Anthony, because I got darts tonight. Simon, how you doing, mate? Simon's World. So have you written that down, John? The battery in question is a PP1, which is up over there, but if you need to see the battery, let me know. Right, well, we've got somebody patiently waiting over here, so let's get him in. There he is. Penguin, the guardian of the beer. He's a bit upset because I haven't got a light on him. Sorry about that, Penguin. The guardian of the beer is here in the house. So, Penguin, if you haven't watched the channel before, is guarding my advent calendar, my beer advent calendar. So, let's go over and have a look, see what we got in number 2. Send it to Tony Hart's. It's a cracking drawing, that of you, innit? You can't learn that, mate. It's a gift. He's got some good batteries in him this time. I actually had to do an operation on his backside yesterday. He had to have major surgery on his back body, so I photo Penguin up on my mate. Fix your backside. Right, let's see if I can find number 2. See what's in number 2. Oh, hello, it's gone up. I think I need to get my lad to build me one of these. Wow, what have we got here? What have we got? Penguin, look. What do you think? You liking that? 3 kings. 3 kings. Legendary Cornish ale, this says. 5.1%. Award-winning premium bitter. Better have a closer look at that, haven't we? Cheerio, Penguin. We'll see you later, mate. Oh, wrong button. Too many buttons on these. So this is hand brewed in Cornwall. Never heard of it though. Caltech Brewery. Cornish. Caltech, where's that to then? Oh, the Cornish language, Caltech, means Celtic. Hand-brewed beers are a tribute to the county's Celtic heritage. Celebrate the historic tale of King Arthur, who allegedly, according to legend, was born at Tintagel Castle in North Cornwall. This has won a few awards as well. European Beer Challenge, gold winner. Sibber National Brewing Competition, champion bottled beer. Miami Beach International World of Beer Festival, first place. Hell, this has got to be some good gear, isn't it? Yeah. 3 Kings. Of course, this has been very kindly bought for me by Mrs. Cruncher. So thanks again, Mrs. Cruncher. She was watching last night for a little while. She did sneak in for a peep, but she didn't say hello. No worries. He said too many Bishop's Finger. Yeah, it could be a bit worse for wear tonight. I don't know. I'm not driving tonight, so open the bottle. Caltech in Pasadena, California. Could be. Well, it says Miami Beach International World of Beer Festival. It's Caltech, Keltek. Don't know if it's going to focus on that. Caltech Brewery. I don't know where that is. It doesn't say where it is, I don't think. Oh, yes, it does. Red Roof. Red Roof, so that's a fair way down. So, interesting stuff. Mrs. Cruncher really has gone all out this year and got me some things that I've never tried before, which is very good. So the year before last, we had the St Austell's Ale beer calendar, which is what I've reused for the last 2 years. So 3 years ago, wasn't it, that we had that? And we've refilled it last year, and Mrs. Cruncher's done it all off of her own bat this year. She's very good of her. She's a cracker, Mrs. Cruncher. So, cheers everybody. Happy Christmas. Father Christmas hasn't come yet, but he won't be far away. Right. Seen any tactical nuclear penguin beer? No, I haven't actually. I did see quite a nice penguin t-shirt that I nearly got today. Lee, how are you, mate? Sounded like it just hammered down my rain then, but well, maybe not. Tactical nuclear penguin beer. You never know what's going to be in here though, Benji. Well, let's get that camera out of the way because I'm bound to knock it over else. And let's get this thing, this monster up on the bench. Well, it's not a monster actually, it's actually quite a neat little radio. It smells of old Volve radio, this. Anybody got one of these or seen one before? It caught my eye. Now, I actually bought this. I bought this last Christmas. Well, I bought it for the Christmas streams last Christmas, and I ran out of time and slots to actually do it. So I thought it's definitely going to make an outing this year. I just like the look of it. It looks like a big handbag, doesn't it? It's not that big. It's not as big as a Woody, but it is. I don't know. It's just something about it. The handle. I don't know what they've got in there as a stiffener. Whether they've got a piece of metal or there's definitely a stiffener in that, because the handle is perfectly symmetrical. Medium wave, long wave by the looks of it only. I don't think we've got any other fancy bits and pieces on it. 1950. Was it 56 or 59? Certainly 1950s anyway. Timothy, how you doing? It's strong stuff. I will look that up then, Benji. It was a reindeer tilting on the roof. Could have been. Hi David, how are you? In the loft. Oh, you've got one of these in the loft, Andy, have you? It's a Murphy, Rob. It's a BU183M, I believe. So I have got some service info on this. Oh, hey, it's earlier than I thought. I've got the ERT sheet here, and it says 1952. See, I got the date off of Radio Museum, which is, yeah, they're not right, are they? So let's go over to the screen. Let's just make that a bit bigger. So there you go. It was released in August 1952. £13, 13 shillings and 6 pence, excluding purchase tax. So anyone got the old calculator going to work out, well, the inflation calculator to work out what £13, 13 shillings and 6 pence was? So it's an AC/DC set, so that means live chassis, I believe. Because to run on AC or DC, I don't think it's got a transformer in it. So it also runs on batteries, so it's mains or batteries, being it's a portable set. And it uses a Drymax 526 or a Cymax S126 7.5 volts LT. Now that's unusual. But I read through the gumph on it just now, and apparently it's got a series strung filaments. So maybe that's what they need the higher voltage for, because of the voltage drop across each valve. I don't know. Again, I'm no expert on valve stuff. Incidentally, I have been asked to look at an absolutely crazy Volve radio, which scares me to death, really, because if you could see this thing, they're worth an absolute fortune. It's one of the Globe radios on a big pedestal. I have seen them at the British at the Retro Tech, as it's called now. It used to be the NVCF, didn't it? But I have seen one there, and I sort of like, it caught my eye, and I asked the guy how much it was, and I ran away pretty quick. But yeah, that's, whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. I must message him back actually. So 20 watts on mains, battery and LT, 55 milliamps, 8 milliamps quiescent current. So it's long wave and medium wave. It's got Mazda valves in it. It looks like we've got some rectifiers. That's going to be selenium, I expect. I have got the actual manufacturer's service info as well, but this is a bit more condensed, this one. So here's the circuit for all you circuit lovers that know what you're looking at. Can I get it all on the screen now? I gotta go out. I gotta go out one more. So here's the business end. So apparently there's some sort of interlock when you take the bottom panel off, it breaks the contacts. Apparently there's a special plug that goes in that breaks the HT when you take the bottom off. So you can see we've got a three-way switch by the looks of it for battery or mains. HT minus coming in there. HT plus there. Actually, why have we got two AC DCs then? We got, no, we can't have a ground as well as a live and a neutral, can we? So I don't even think we've got a big dropper resistor. It looks like there's a resistor network in here. Okay. So we've got 7.5 volts on battery coming through this way. That must be the... Where's the filament chain then? Where's it getting this voltage from? Yeah, they're all linked. I'm just trying to see where it starts. Oh, okay, it comes in here. So we've got some electrolytics to look at as well by the looks of it. 3 there that I can see. And another one at the top. We've got a layout. Yes, we have. I think the layout is better on the manufacturer's info though. Let's get back up to this. So this is the Murphy service instructions from Murphy themselves. Apologies, I haven't got the... I will get the chat up in a minute. Let's get chat up so I can see what you're saying about me. Afternoon. Who have we got in now? Afternoon, Robert Head. How you doing, mate? And Steve's in. You got a similar set on your to-do pile, Steve. Welcome, mate. GT Jeff. Hi, Jeff. So specification 7.5 volts. MR1. Is that a West Decker diode? See if it's got anything on the manufacturer's info, Theo. It might tell us in here. It's got quite a nice little write-up on how it all works here as well, which is always interesting for me because I'm not very familiar with valve sets. It's a nice looking radio though. I do like the look of it. That's why I picked it up. You know, it just caught my eye really. Power supplies. Tapping apart. Part of the rectified HT voltage, dropping it across a 3.74K resistor. That's a bit specific, isn't it? On the LT supply. I'm just trying to see if it says anything about each heater has a resistor in parallel with it to remove the possibility of the electrolytic smoothing caps being damaged if a filament goes open circuit. Just trying to see if it said anything about the rectifiers. Like I say, I'm not an expert by any means on Volve kit, so I'm very, very cautious. A lot of you that are used to it are saying, "Oh, I'll just plug it in, just do this, just do that," but I ain't gonna do that. I'm live, don't forget. I don't want an electric shock live, thank you. I don't want it. So I'm really, really cautious with these things, and I'm going to make sure that everything is absolutely perfect before I get to the stage that I'm going to plug it in. So that ain't going to happen today, but we're going to pull it apart and have a look. See if we've got any microphone. Oh dear. Whew, yeah, we're back. Bit of a strange screen there, isn't it? Anyway, where were we? We were rudely interrupted by lack of microphonage. Yeah, so I've got like a battery pack that I use for that, but there's no indication on it when the battery's about to run out. It just goes. So what was I saying? I was looking at this mains setup, wasn't I? I'm just trying to see which is the positive rail, which is a negative. This is negative, what I thought. So that's got to be switching the neutral by the looks of it, isn't it? 250 milliamp fuse. I'll say all the filaments are in series. That was center tapped, which always confuses the hell out of me, that does. Right, let's have a look what you're saying about me then behind my back when I had no microphone. Yeah, batteries. Danish, how you doing, mate? Joe French, how you doing, Joe? Aaron, how are you, mate? How much a 10 watt 1 ohm resistor would reduce to 240 volts AC? You need to do some maths on that, Aaron. Steve's the one for maths. Christian, how you doing, mate? Anonymous, thank you for the tip. Is that for batteries? Simon, thank you. 26 seconds of latency. Afternoon, Colin. Afternoon, Les. She has ripped all of my batteries. I've literally, well, I bought 100 to start with. She got about 25 rechargeables. So she's got through 100 AA's at the moment. I've got another 200 arriving, hopefully, within the next few days. Nothing, Benji. I do need a battery budget. I need a battery appeal. I need a battery appeal, people, for Mrs. Cruncher's lights. We've got loads of lights. Steve 7931, hello mate. Right, so Steve was asking what valve. So V4 it looks like an IP11 or a DL94. That sounds more familiar. These are Mazda valves, so they've got funny numberings on them. An IFD9, an IF3, and an IC2. Very strange, but I may have them. I've got boxes of valves in there that I've picked up from various sources and places. So we've got lots of caps and that in there. And if we've got any info on the valves, alignment just tells us where the valves are. So it's a 4 valve set, is it? 4 valve and metal rectifiers. 1, 2, V1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 valve set. Transformer on the speaker, so we need to check that, make sure that's all right before we do anything. Whether I've got a transformer that'll match that. If we've got a problem, I might do. That's our 90 volt rail. I don't know where MR1 is. I couldn't see MR1. Must be on the top. Here's the top side now. So MR1 must be up here somewhere, surely. Or did I miss it just now? Oh, there he is. Yeah, we got metal rectifier, look. You can tell that straight away. Maybe okay. It may be okay. I mean, this is a bit musty smelling, so this is a cracking service manual as well, isn't it? That it's got even shows you how to string the pointer. Look. Yeah, very nice. Parts list. Here we go then. This will answer Theo's question on the rectifiers, hopefully. Rectifier just says rectifier MR1, but MR2 says STC M1 with pointer rail complete. Oh no, rectifier, sorry, MR1 STC M1. That's a reflector. STC M1. I'm sure Mr. Andrew Ausfer has mentioned STC before for rectifiers. So I think Andrew's got most of the Murphy radios stashed in his wardrobe. You love the smell of old tube radios as they heat up. Yeah, it is certainly unique, isn't it? Right, okay. So I think we've got the gist of what this is now and what it consists of. Now up here there is some instructions on how to get it out of the cabinet. So let's get the camera in and we'll have a closer look. Let's put that back. I couldn't find the USB cable for that one. I was going to plug my other mic in, but I couldn't find it. That's a nice drop of beer. I can see why that's won some awards. That's really good. So on the top, we've got our dial plate, which is glass by the looks of it. More station markings on it. Medium long wave switch. Tuning, is that attached? Tuning works, look. Ooh. Can't really see, can you? But one thing we have got is we've got a broken fret here. So that's a job for somebody with a 3D printer. This one's broken, but the other one here is pretty much intact. There's a little crack in it, but I think that one's intact. But the other one is sadly broken off. So you can see we've just got a little tiny bit here by the knob, and this whole other piece here is missing, which is a bit of a shame. The text isn't great. I think this is the battery mains switch. It's got a center position. I assume that's on off then, is it? Battery off or mains. And this is the volume. I don't think there's there's no stop on the volume. So look underneath. Let's get you down and look at the badge. So it's a BU183M. I don't know what M means, whether that's mains powered or... I think there was a couple different versions. Cut up some toothpicks and bodge them in. I bet you're one of them people that makes ships out of matches, Harvey, aren't you? Matchstick ships. That's amazing what they do, to be fair. That's phenomenal what some of that stuff looks like. Matchsticks and lollipop sticks. So that's the gist of it. And I think this is the screw we've got to undo to pop the bottom off, and somehow it breaks some sort of circuit in underneath. But before we pop that, we've got to do another advent calendar. So we've got, I keep forgetting about the advent calendars. We've got the Haynes Radio advent calendar, kindly donated by Ben and his good lady. Number 2 in here. Oh Christ, Graham, that's a bit strong, isn't it? So forceful. And in number 2 we have a PP3 battery connector. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. So what do they want us to do with that then? Comes with a really good reference book, this. I mean, there's a lot of pages in it. There's a lot of little like electrical experiments. You see we've got on the back, we've got the color codes for the resistors, which I never remember this. There is a way of doing it. I know the colours of the rainbow because there's a little ditty for the rainbow colours, but these I've never sussed them. Anyway, so we've got day 2, the battery clip. So this is basically take out the battery, attach it to the 9-volt battery, and then make a direct connection with the LED. So we can do that in a minute. Let's get down a bit closer. So it's good fun, these. If you haven't had one of these before, it's well worth building this because it's a neat little kit. Really is good. I did one of these about 4 or 5 years ago. I think it's quite some time ago. I've got my 9-volt battery, and in my little box over here I've got the LED that arrived in yesterday's. So you need to make sure we've got no short circuit. Let's put our battery clip on. And this is the LED allegedly with a resistor in circuit. So we need to put the red lead to the positive and the black lead to the negative, and it's really bright. I don't know whether that's because it's over voltaged. I don't know what voltage this one's supposed to run at, but I assume that the resistor is dropping it down, or limiting the current anyway. So there we are. Day 2. Let's pop that off before it shorts itself out. There we are. So we can move on and have a look at the radio. So Ben, if you're watching, I think actually Ben did send me an email a while back saying that he's actually moving house on the 1st. He's moving into his new house on the 1st, so he probably couldn't make some of the earlier streams. So yes, apparently so, Bill. Apparently so. Although I stuck it underneath the magnifier yesterday, I couldn't see it. I could not see the resistor, Bill. And welcome, by the way. Is it Llewellyn or Welland Gardens City? Your hometown, Steve. Right. Shouldn't be surprised. What's that, Harvey? Bridge rectifier in what, Harvey? In the Volve radio or in the kit? In the Haynes radio kit. So we need to get into the back side of this one now. You ever seen one of these before, Bill? I was very tempted to send this over to David, well, down to David in Australia. I know he'd love to get his hands on one of these, I'm sure. But So this is I think it's a quarter turn screw or something. Maybe I'll go the other way then. There we are, it looks like it's coming off. She's coming off. Oof, I wouldn't be surprised if a mouse dropped it. Oh, that is a monster rectifier in there. So it looks like we've got some rubber straps that would have held the batteries in at some stage. They're all pretty perished. Got a bit of strap there. Got our plugs for the HT and LT. We've got a loose wire. Oh dear. Where's that come out of? Probably out of one of these, is it? Probably come out of that one, I expect. Yeah. So, wow, that's interesting. Interesting. We're in the guts of him. We're in the guts of him. Let's see if I can prop it up, and I'll zip core. It does smell very musty. This has got pretty damp. What on earth is this? Is that the other wreck? What is that? We've got, looks like a 750 ohm potentiometer down there. Strange, hang on, let's get you in. Let's use these from Shaw. Right, let's see if I can get you in. I'll get you in close and we'll just zoom up through, I think. That's the best bet. We can have a good look at it. Look at that rectifier in there. Look at that monster in behind there. What a beast. Wire wound, it does, but can you see, Harvey, it's got like a knurled, knob on it. So I don't know whether, I think the whole chassis comes out, whether there's an adjustment, a screw in it or not. But yeah, it's got a knurled knob. 750 ohms. This is the broken wire. The big one, is the big one LT and the small one HT, or is it vice versa? I can't remember now. Well, I don't know because I've never had one of these apart before, but it definitely looks like the yellow and red are supposed to be together because they're wound together. So I assume that that just goes straight in there. It's just broken off by the looks of it. Someone's had a go at resoldering it, look, but not very well. What else have we got looking? So we can see the rectifier. Play a tune on that. Do that again, I like that. We've got that doesn't look original. That looks like an RS poly cap down there. So someone has been in this one. That definitely doesn't look original. Yeah, that is indeed an RS capacitor. So I don't think they would have had an RS cap in there back in 1952. Okay. So yeah, very strange. Looks like we're in the 250 volt position. Well, my voltage here is around about between 230 and 240 normally, but we can measure it. So that just pulls out. Just goes in the relative slot. Stick it in there for now. This is the switch. This is the switch, the like interrupt, and if you look at the base, there's the other side of it. So, I mean, it's not too much hassle to just undo those two screws, pop that off, and then stick it back in the hole so as we can operate it on mains without the case on. Interestingly, I didn't realise, but that's a little window there, so you can see the voltage. It's really dirty. I just thought it was faded, but it's not. It's actually a little perspex window. Look, interesting. And this is our little quarter turn screw that secures the case in. Very, very interesting. Liking it so far. Let's go up a little bit then, see what else we've got. So we've certainly someone's been in here, which is not always a good thing. Okay, so I can see a couple of them old Volve things in there. Let's get the light down a bit closer. No, not too close. So let's just get the circuit up. Big is the LT and small is the HT. Normally the LT pulls more current, doesn't it? So that usually is bigger wire, bigger connectors. Let me just get the layout out a minute. Get the layout out. So just looking, layout, top of the chassis. That is the top of the chassis, isn't it? So this one here is a V4. I believe, and this one must be V3. Or is it backwards? Yeah, it doesn't quite marry up with the circuit there. I'm just looking at this, look. So I'm sure we're looking at it this way up. Yeah, so we've got a battery main switch in there, and then that one there, so directly above the battery main. I don't know where they mirrored it, that's the trouble. Yeah, for some reason they've reversed that. So looking at it in real life, that's actually backwards, because we've got our second IFT there, which is, oh yeah, okay. Right, so let's go back to the radio then. So this is actually V3 here, which does look as if it's a little bit out of line, but this is V3, and just above that is the second IF transformer apparently. Where's the first one then? That must be further up. So that's V3. And this is V4 here. And you can't quite see. Let's go up a little bit further. There's nothing else there really to see. This speaker wire almost looked like it was just bare metal, but it's not. It's just gone a sort of grey colour. Oh, hello. We've got our... Let's go up a bit further. Let's go up to the next level, so we can now see this is the first IF transformer, and in there we've got V2, and this is our mains filter cap. Now I very much doubt there's any voltage on this. As I say, it's been sat in the spare room for well over a year. So this is our main filter cap. Let's go up a little bit higher. And there we've got to be V1, isn't it? Because we've got any Volves left. V1. It does show two capacitors down through this side in line, but I can't see those. It's got to mean this one. It's got to mean this, and it looks like there's some sort of tag strip runs down through the middle. Whether that's underneath the chassis, I don't know. But yeah, what an interesting bit of kit. So we're going to have to get him out of the chassis now and have a look at underneath the chassis. There's going to be more videos on this radio for sure. Today is an overview just to see if we've got anything really that wrong with it. So we know we've got a wire off of the HT. So apparently there's some screws in here somewhere. Where are they then? I can see a screw there. Let's get the service manual up again and find out how to get this thing apart. So it says it's designed that the chassis can be removed from the cabinet complete with loudspeaker, tuning scale and knobs. Okay, that's great. Can be operated out of the cabinet provided the socket is short-circuited to complete the circuit. Okay, that's easy enough. Removing the cabinet bottom, we've done that. Free the bottom by sliding it to the left. Nice. Removing the chassis assembly. The chassis is fixed to the cabinet by means of two screws which are near the voltage tapping panel and aerial panel respectively. So near the voltage tapping panel and aerial panel. Well, this is the voltage tapping panel, but I can't see. Yeah, I'm not really sure there where they are. Two screws which are near the voltage tapping panel and the aerial panel respectively. Where's the aerial panel? Oh, hang on, there's one there. Ah, I've got one there. I've got them. I've got them. It's actually, if you can see it, where are we? There, look. Up here. I've got get off. Got a washer attached. So we've got one there. And the other one is down to the bottom. Just in that little gap there. Just there. They're even knurled as well. That took a bit of working out, didn't it? Apologies, I can't look at the text for a minute, but I will catch up shortly. And I thought they were brass, but they're obviously metal because they're stuck to my magnetic screwdriver. But that's quite a nice engineered part, isn't it? Knurled top, so you can undo it by hand once you've loosened it. So you should be able to get up and undo the top one. And now allegedly the whole lot should slide on out. So let's see if that is the case. Obviously I'm not plugged in, people. Wow, that's clever, isn't it? Okay, so he's going to fight, isn't he? It doesn't want to come off. I wonder if this is... Oh, I can see a bit of that broken fret in there. Oh no, that's the last piece is broken off. So why won't you come back that last little bit? Come on. Come on, you know you want to. Yay! Okay. So we've got some bits there. And there is some markings in there. It says 609. 60906. I'm really not sure what that says. We'll see, they've stamped it. So it's all plywood by the looks of it. But this is the business end. It is out. Look at that. It looks like this is that gold? Yeah, so it's sprayed gold, this was. Interesting. So we'll look at closer. So yeah, I think you can see this, but this is gold here, which was covered up, and this just, I just thought this was dirt, but it's not. It's actually, it should be sprayed gold. It's interesting. So these are the broken, this is the broken piece for this side. If I can get that in shot, that's the broken part for here. So it looks like that sits on there. It doesn't look like the other part is inside the case. There's lots of things in here though, lots of things. So it does look like that top panel's got to come off to gain access to the chassis. And you can see the unbroken piece is here. So this is an exact mirror. See the, I'm gonna have to get the camera. Let's just move the camera up so you can see that. Yeah, so that's what it should look like. Now I think to access the capacitors and that, we've got to take this top panel off. So, access to components. Access to the wire inside the chassis can be had by removing the top panel and the reflector. To do this, take out the 4 corner fixing screws. Take out the 4 corner fixing screws, which also hold the heat dissipation grills. Well, it's the heat dissipation grills that are dissipated. So probably they've got really brittle with age. I don't know where this wooden bit came from, but we'll get a little pot to put that in. Also put those two in. Pardon me, and we'll also put that bit of plastic there in. So I don't think it'd be too difficult to recreate that in a 3D drawing package and maybe print one of those out. It might be a bit too intricate for a filament printer, but maybe a resin one. So it looks like we've got to undo the 4 corner fixing screws. I take it we've got to take the knobs off, haven't we? Loosen the control knob screws, okay. So yeah, this has obviously got the broken piece of plastic on it, which we'll save. And the screw. Anybody else got any ideas of recreating that, or has anyone got any spares of these? I'm going to Wootton Bassett on Sunday, so I'm going to be looking out for any parts that I need, because there's a lot of spares for sale there normally. So I'll do these other two. It looks like the knobs, I was hoping they had grub screws, but it doesn't look like they have. They must have D-clips. Be really careful with this because I don't want to break this other one. Now, let's have a look. Oh, okay. Well, they've got grub screws, all right, but they're actually inside. Look at that. Lucky I didn't try pulling them off, wasn't it? Okay, so you just loosen them. Steady. They really have thought of servicing with this, haven't they? Actually, let's where's the tune in? Oh, I've loosened it now. So that whole top assembly now should lift off. Whoa, that's going to be fragile, that tuning scale. God, gotta make sure I don't put that on anything. Let's pop it over on the retro radio. Wow, we're in another level. Hang on, let me get my chat up because I'm missing my chat here. I'm missing my chat. Let me catch up. So Steve's dad worked at Murphy Volve. He used one of those rectifiers to make a homemade battery charger. You still have it. That's good, Steve. Yeah, 7.5 volts. You're right there. Some diodes. Let me just get me back in the shot. Look. Otherworldly would describe the smell. Danish native smells, yeah. Mercaptan. It used to be called polytetrachloroethylene, the smell they put in gas. I know that because I used to be a gas engineer. A mine of useless knowledge. Rectifier may have a low output. We had that on the Hacker, didn't we? That had a low output. I seem to have got... Oh, it's because this light is right in my face, that's why. I thought it was a bit blown out there in the camera. Smells like an elephant toot. I've never smelt an elephant toot, Matabo. You need to go off and carry on sorting a Farnell power supply. Okay, Steve. Catch you soon, mate. Ode of perpetual flatulence. Can little Billy remove the chassis without great effort? Yes, it certainly can. Gavin, spiders, yeah, I'm sure there are. There's dead ones though, I think they're dead. Could make the vents on a milling machine, really? It's quite an intricate little thing actually, the vents. I mean, they're it's got like a triangular shape. And this one's got a broken slat here, so I have to be careful. I can probably glue that one back, but it is sort of plastic. I think some ABS or something like that. It's got a bit of heat. What am I trying to say? Heat proofing. Well, higher melting point then. When they broke it off then. So yeah, that's the bit I need. I need another one of those. I might have a go at drawing it myself. Okay, we've got various things. It looks like to get to the capacitors we've got to take this tuning plate off, so let's pop that off a minute, then we can have a good look underneath. Where's my little pot there? Well, what's going on with that one then? It looks like someone's put another screw in that, so this has definitely been apart before. I wonder if any of the caps have been done. So this one is smaller for some reason. So I'll need to make a mental note of the one up the far end by the 14 is smaller. So let's pop this out of the way. Oh no, there's a whole load of work inside this one, people. Oh my God. We've got this is typical Murphy of this era. Very nice, but a lot of work and it's actually laid out quite good, I would say. It's laid out pretty good. Let's see if I can get you in with the overhead camera a minute. We'll have a closer look. A bit too close, Graham. Right, here we are in the guts of it. Let's sort the beer out, beer situation. So where are we and what have we got? It's a bit blown out there, isn't it? Let's just move that light up and out the way a little bit more. Darken that down. So, let me get my eyes on. Where's my goggles? What are you looking at? You've got the dial point center in there. So we've got our two caps in here, look. Very nice metal cans, but probably knackered. And it's got all the old wax caps in it, look. So you can see this big one here. So there's that one. There's another one over here, just underneath the tuning cord. I'll just move that out of the way so I can get the camera in a bit better. That is nasty, that bottom thing. That's don't know. I need to get some strips of rubber to rebuild that, I think. So where are we? Yeah, that's the big one that we just looked at. I'm going the wrong way, but we can have a look over this side. There's lots of spiderage over here, look. Darren, let me just give it a little bit of a brush. I'll brush it into the radio rather than out onto my bench. Ugh, dear oh dear. This is absolutely rancid. It needs a good going over with the air duster outside. So we've got, this has got to be the RF side. We've got a little coil there, and a little trimmer or padder cap. Lots of dead insects. And it looks like a carpet under here. Look, looks like an actual carpet. Yeah, it's a whole load of nastiness inside that, but it's only dust, and dust can preserve stuff as well as corrode it. But if it's not been kept damp, which I don't think it has, I think we could be good. Dial cord's looking good. Got a bit of tension on it. It's good. It's that good quality sort of glass fiber dial cord. That's that end. So we've got a big tag strip in the middle, which everything's attached to, which is going to make life a lot easier. Bit of corrosion on it, and it does look like it's dropped in the middle for some reason, but it's not too much hassle. We've got a good old friend Hunts in there. Look, can you see that one? These have all got to go. I mean, that one is cracked, I think, underneath. Yeah, that one's cracked. I wonder how many more of those are in here. There's another one here, I can see. 1, 2, another one underneath here. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's lots of nastiness over here, which we haven't got to yet. 3 wax caps there. And then we get up to this end. We've got, what have we got here? Let's have a little paintbrush delve here. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't want it going in my beer. That's the main issue. So there's something in underneath here. I don't know what that is. It might just be a resistor. This gets across to the valve pins. I'm not sure what's in this black bit. Oh, hang on, we've got another bit of grill. Woohoo! Look at that. Another bit of grill. And is there another bit in there? It'd be nice if it was all in here, wouldn't it? Don't think it is though. There's all sorts of things in here. Look. Ooh, 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 ooh. It will take till Christmas. You're right. I think you're right, Anthony. Jet wash it. Drifty Megs. Plug it in direct. That will quickly sort out the bad caps. It will sort out my nerves as well, I suppose. A dead mouse carcass dropped into your lap. That's gross, Bill. God dear. A little dust in the beer will help the immune system. Superpowers, like you never know. I could turn into Murphy Man. Clean with the fish tanks. Yeah, I don't. It's strange, isn't it? I mean, was it 52? Did we say 60 years old? $70 years old. I've got to do the maths now. You've got me doing maths now. So 52, 60, 2002, 2012, 2000. Yeah, 70 years old. This is 70 years old. Do you believe that? I'm chuffed I've got that bit though. It's just a shame that the other parts aren't in there. I certainly haven't got enough there, I don't think, to make up a whole one. get my other part out there. No, it's a bit too much missing off of it. But if that goes, is that there? Oh, dropped it in there again. Yeah, not sure exactly how that goes together, but 3D printer time. So say we've got loads and loads of muck in here. No asbestos in here though. I was looking out for that because they do like to stick it in some of these old radios. Assuming that's not asbestos, that big panel there. I'm hoping this isn't asbestos here. Yeah, I'm hoping that isn't asbestos. Doesn't look like it. If it is, I've just breathed in a load of it. But yeah, these wax caps have had it. I can see where they've been overheated. It's an interesting radio, to say the least. Yeah, good. Well done, Theo. Same age as you, Steve. Fountain of Youth. So we've got more markings on here. 43,600 means nothing. More dead animals. I don't think there's any more parts in there, sadly. Some of it's broken off. I really don't want to tip this out onto my bench. So we got some work to do, but to be fair, it's actually not. It's actually quite a nice little chassis to work on, isn't it? I mean, dial's in the way a bit, but it's actually quite a nice little chassis to work on. It's better than that one I did last Christmas, the big console radio. That was not the console. It's the VHF Murphy that I did. That was not nice to work on. That took a long time to do the caps in that. This all looks pretty accessible because of this tag strip. They've actually really thought this one out. Let's get rid of another bit of nastiness there. Yeah, they've really thought out how to, yeah, I'm going to have to take it outside. I don't think so, Lee. I don't think it's that bad. I've done a lot worse. It's only a 2-band radio, so that helps. Let's just prop it up a minute. I can get it in shot a bit better. Let's get the light over this way. I think that's actually quite a serviceable radio. I'm not sure about the other side, mind you. The other side might be a bit trickier unless those grey pieces come off. I just hope they're not asbestos, really. So we've got 1 waxy, 2 waxies, 3. There's a Hunts down in there underneath this one. Another Hunts there. Another one there. Another waxy here, another waxy, another Hunts, another Hunts, another Hunts. I mean, this one is split completely in half. Oh, there we go. Well, the casing's come off of it anyway, put it that way. So these Hunts are going to be miles. I mean, look, there's a bit of broken off of one already. So yeah, unfortunately the moisture gets to them and it cracks them up. We also need to check the filaments. We need to check the output transformer as well, don't we? How are we doing for time? Just over half an hour left. I'm going to continue this tomorrow, and being it's a Saturday, I was hoping to do a bit of a longer live stream tomorrow. So we will get into this more tomorrow. I need to be down at 6:30, Theo, to eat my tea. I'm being picked up at 7:15, so I've got 45 minutes to get myself sorted. Danish, thank you very much for the tip, mate. Afternoon, Daniel. How are you, mate? Plenty of room to work in. It is, Bill, isn't it? I can't complain. I can't complain. I've done a lot worse than this. As I say, that VHF Murphy I'd done last year was horrible. Horrible to work on. Everything was in the way. It's really packed in tight, but this is actually looking pretty good. So we've got two electrolytics there. I'm not into reforming electrolytics. I can tell you that. I'm not an electrolytics reforming guy. I'd rather get them out and put new in. I mean, end of the day, none of this is on show. So what goes on under here stays under here. You know what I mean? What goes on under the dial stays under the dial. So what else can we see? So we can see through this front hole. Again, it's pretty accessible, isn't it? So there's our valves. Where is the output transformer then? I think, where is the output transformer? Or am I looking right at it? Oh, I can see it's tucked right in underneath here. Just about to see it through there. I think I've just touched that valve and moved the writing on it. Let me just see what these valves are a minute. It looks like a 1. I've just touched that writing and moved it. 1 something 4. 1T4? 1T4. Not 24, 1T4. It's an interesting bit of kit, isn't it? A 1T4. Just get back to me schematic. IC2 and F3. Okay, no, there is no 1T4 in this set. What's going on there then? It definitely looks like a 1T4 to me. So we've got an IC2, which I can see over here. This is an IC2. This one with the can on it that looks a bit precarious, actually. I can twist the can off of it. Did I say it was easy to get to? Okay, so the can looks like it's sprung loaded. Help it out with the so this is a something D91S. Okay, hardly get my fingers in here. I don't want to touch the writing, see if I can help it. Come on, are you going to come out nicely? Are you going to be friendly to me? Are you going to fight all the way? He's coming. Cool. Flipping heck. My hands are a little bit too big to get in here, really. Can't quite get in there. I can get a finger in. No comments. Okay, so a 1F D9, that is. That's a 1F D9. Is that the one in the can? Well, it says... got a 1F3. Oh yeah, 1F D9, so that's V3, that is. That's this one here, V3, 1F D9. V4 is IP11 or DL94. Would that be IP11? I don't know what that valve there is. Sometimes you can do it with UV light on it, maybe. Let's try a bit of UV on it. No, UV's not No. It does look like IT4. I don't know. I don't think it's a Mazda. It's made in England. Looks like tungscrum, maybe. Whether that's an equivalent, I don't know. But I'm not sure. So we've got IC2. Let me just see which one that actually is a minute. It's got to be the IF valve, isn't it? Just have a look at the layout a minute. Gone the wrong way for layout, haven't I? So that's V2, should be an IF3, according to that. So we've got an IFD9, which I've just taken out. Then we've got the can. Then we've got V2, which is supposed to be an IF3, but it's not. And then we've got V1, which is an IC2, which is correct. But this one should be an IF3, but there's no way that's a 3. It looks like it's either a 174 or an 1T4 or an IT4, I'm not sure. So that's an equivalent. So I need to make a note of that, because it may be that I need to try and pick one of them on Sunday. And the last one, V4 down here, it's either an IP11 or a DL94. This is an Edis one, and that's a different valve again. It looks like a 3V4. I've dropped it now. Come here, Mr. Volve. It's quite difficult to get your hands in here. I really don't want to try and touch it. Okay, now that is an IP11. That is an IP11, so that is the correct valve there. But this one here must be some sort of equivalent. No, not that one, this one. I'm going to try taking it out, see if there's any markings on the other side. So we need to check the filaments on these as well, if we can work out which pins they are. Yeah, it definitely looks like IT4. Get it underneath the overhead camera for you. You can have a look for yourself. Let's just see if I can get it in the shot for you. No, the light's blowing it out a little bit. Let me get the light out there over the other side. I mean, to me it looks like IT4, but I can't 100% tell. The last tube is an IP11. What are you saying, Bill? It should be a 3S4 or a 3V4. Well, it does say on the bottom there. If you can see that, Bill, but it's an IP11, and it also says a 3V4 alert. So that one is correct. That's the output. It's just this one here, which is the question mark. Just pop these back in so I can remember where they came out of. So that's an original Mazda one, and that's an original Mazda one. These other two have been changed. Should put the other one back in first, shouldn't I, really? Anyway, I know which one's which now. As long as I got one of them in, I'll know which is which. I wonder if that IT4 then is an equivalent. Who knows? But an interesting set, and I'm really looking forward to getting to grips with it. You won't go wrong finding a 3V4. I probably got a 3V4 knocking about, Bill, I think. Do you think it is an IT4? Andy, how are you? Harvey's off? What's that, Bill? Oh dear. Yeah, early start Sunday. I think I'm up with the chat now. You've officially finished work for the week. Excellent. Well done, Gavin. Happy holidays, mate. IT4 is the American nomenclature, is it? Nomenclature. Okay. Now they did give a couple options, didn't they? So V2. Yeah, V2 says IF3. So I think the Volve Museum would give us equivalents for that, wouldn't it? So if people aren't aware of what the Volve Museum is, it's really useful. Why am I not in? Why am I got 200%? I need 100%. There we are. It's very useful if you need to know any information about Volves. No markings on your Volve. Search. So I need to search for, let's search for IT4 because that's the Volve I think I've got on it. IT4. Submit that. No results for IT4. Okay. Is it maybe 114 then? I really don't know. It looked like IT4 or 1T4 maybe. Try 1T4. Here we go. 1T4. That's it. 1T4, not an IT4. So there we go. Equivalence for an IF3. Sensibly equivalent to an IF3. So it looks like that was changed. So it says it's a miniature screen pentode for dry battery operation. It was designed for radio reception and is a variable micro RF device. Thin glass 18. Okay. B7G, and it's got a data sheet on it here, look, for all you people that like to see data sheets. It's a miniature remote cutoff pentode designed as a radio RF or IF amplifier. So it's being used as an IF amplifier in this one, I think, isn't it? V2. Brilliant to have the actual pinouts on it. Always get confused with these, and this actually gives you all the pins, look, and what they are. So we've got negative filament and positive filament 1 and 7. So pins 1 and 7, and it does tell you it's from the bottom view as well. So those two pins should have continuity. So I suspect pins 1 and 7 are the filament on all of these. Okay. Dirty pins. 9 ohms, so that one's okay. Let's try this other one as well. Output valve. That one's warbling a bit. That one's all over 18 ohms, so yeah, that one's probably okay. I've got to check the other two, but we won't do that now. But yeah, okay. I've got to call it a day on this one there because I really got to get down and get my tea very shortly. But a very interesting radio all the same. So guess what we're doing tomorrow? See, because I'm not actually here on Sunday, so on Sunday I'm planning to on Sunday to do a pre-recorded video to sort you out a video that I've done previously, and I've got quite a few lined up. I really don't know which one to do yet. Oh yes, I do. I'm gonna do the Mercedes battery management unit I fixed recently. Right. So yeah, 1T4 is, I put IT4, didn't I? See the village fair, very nice. 3S4 was added for extra punch. Use 1T4. Yeah, I've got it in the end. I got it there in the end. How you doing, Daniel, anyway, mate? Variable mutual, is it mutual conductance, MU? Thanks, Daniel. Let's do the... It's rockin' Rudo flirt today. Rockin' Rudolph jumper. I have got tube testers. I've got tube testers, Andy. Did you get the mail sent this morning? Rich, I've not really been in. I've been out all day, mate. So, no, I haven't. But I will be checking my emails later on this evening, so. Just joined, Rolf. Volves, yeah, I know, scary things, scary things. Right, we need to get the, I've got a Volve tester, a lovely, lovely Volve tester that I had the transformer rewound because it had an open primary on the 240 volt side. And it's a beauty. And I have had the transformer rewound, and I need to get it done. I need to put that transformer in, but it does scare me a bit. It's a hell of a job. It's come back to me a little bit different than it was sent, and I'm sort of a bit of a head scratcher to work out where all the wires go. But I'm going to get there. I'm going to do it. I was hoping to do it as part of the Christmas stream, so you may well see me working on the Volve tester. And I have got a Mullard high-speed Volve tester over there as well. Variable MU means it has a variable gain to access a compressor. Okay, Theo. Alright. So we've got to do the other two. Let's do the remote control car. Let's do the remote control car. Yeah. This is a monster box, this one. Ugh. So we're on the advent calendars. Coming number 2. Where am I? Wrong camera, Graham. Here we go. Number 2. So I'm going to go straight in on it. This was very easy to spot because we got number 1, we've got number 2 right beside it. Oh, this is a big old piece. So this is the remote control sort of off-roader that was very kindly donated to me by Robert Cross. So thank you, Rob. Oh, hello. What's this? Right, that looks like something out of the Starship Enterprise, doesn't it? That. What is that? Looks like some sort of servo or motor. Oh yeah. That's the main drive motor then. Cool, that feels a bit meaty. That's got some resistance on that. So that's our next piece. What does it say about it here? Okay, we haven't got the screws and that yet to fix it to anything, so it looks like it attaches. Oh, hang on, no, it does attach to the other part. So let's just have a quick look. So this is our part from yesterday. We have got some screws in there already. That oh, I see. There's little it's got to go that way up. So there is like little sockets. It looks like we've got to put some metal plates over the top of it to hold that in position. That's See, I thought that was the wheels, but obviously not. That's the axle, isn't it? Wow. The box that I selected is not going to be big enough. Never mind. So there we are. Thank you very much, Rob. Looking forward to this going, and we should be able to give this one a good run. Unlike the helicopter, which had some missing parts. So there's the Revel remote control, and that's what it's going to look like when it's all finished. Pretty smart. Look at that monster. Frighten the chickens to death with that. The chickens are going to be running wild when I get that going out there. So next one, on to the Wera. So can we find number 2? Can we find the number 2? Cheers, Lee. Thanks for popping in, mate. Cheers, Lee. Catch you soon. The number 2 is on the bottom right wheel. Saw it there yesterday. On the wheel. Is there a wheel? Oh no, you're looking at the other one. I'm lagging a bit. Santa's heart. See you tomorrow, Lee. Santa's heart, Santa's jacket left. Yeah, you're right. His heart's a bit high up, but yeah, okay. Get my finger in there. Ah! Whoa! Screwdriver bit. Screwdriver bit. Now, I don't know if this goes in here or not, but it's a 1.2 mil. Come on, focus. So this is the bit we got yesterday. I mean, it will go in there, won't it? Yeah. There we are. Excellent. Well, there you are. Another one done. 4 advent calendars. Who would have thought? Who would have thought I'd have 4? So I'm absolutely bang on for time by the looks of it. I've got lots of nastiness on my bench here to wipe up. I didn't get any blimmin' wet wipes today. Oh dear. Wholly unaware. You always thought Santa's heart was in the right place. Very good, Holy. So, very interesting radio that. We're going to continue it tomorrow. I'll put a notification out what time I'm going to be on tomorrow. At this moment in time, I'm really not sure. So I know Les was looking at coming out tomorrow, so maybe we could do a live stream of Les in the background, and Les could tell us all about it. We could have Learning with Les Day tomorrow. What do you think? So I need to get that radio cleaned out tomorrow. That's for sure. It needs to blow all that rubbish out of it. It's horrible. So that's all for today, folks. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks again for the super chats and the PayPal tips. Much appreciated. I really do appreciate that. So also thank you to my patrons, and another new Patreon, Lee Lock, yesterday. So Lee, thank you very much, mate. I've added you to the credits. Anybody that joins the Patreons gets on the credits, and I'll catch all you good people tomorrow. And let's hope that we can win the darts tonight. It'd be nice. Bye for now.